Okay, on this video, we're going to talk about uh, in the rapture being revealed, I believe, in the Old Testament, and we're going to focus on two places in the Scriptures in the Old Testament where I believe the rapture is being spoken about, and you probably would not be able to pick that up, unless you had an understanding of what the rapture is revealed in the New Testament. But you can see how that it was even spoken of in the Old Testament or the Tanakh when you have a proper understanding of the purpose of the rapture revealed by the Apostle Paul in the New Testament. We're going to look at two different places in the Scripture. We may not be able to get all this done on one teaching here, but I want you to go to Isaiah chapter 57, and we're going to read in here. Starting at verse 1. Isaiah 57 says, and I'm going to be reading from just an English translation first, and then we're going to talk about what the actual Hebrew words actually mean. It says, "The righteous perish, and no man lays it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous are taken away from the evil to come." Now, it says the righteous perish. Now, again, that's why it's so important to really look these words up in a concordance to see the original words themselves and what they mean. In Hebrew, a lot of the words have two meanings, more than one particular meaning, and so the translators, at their own discretion, decided how to translate certain words, and so some of them did a good job and some did not. But that's why it's important to look these words up in a concordance or some software program. And when you're looking up words in the Old Testament, look it up in the Hebrew and see what the Hebrew word was and see what meanings that are attached to that word in Hebrew. And so when you look this up in a concordance, you'll find that the righteous perish. The word perish there is the Hebrew word abad, and its Hebrew number 6 is the Strong's number that's been assigned to that word. There is Hebrew number 6, and again, the way it's translated here, the word abad is translated perish. But it also has other meanings beside that. One in particular is the word vanish. Now, when you read this verse, and if you read it with that interpretation of what the Hebrew word means here, it really takes on a whole lot more understanding. In fact, reading it as it is in the English translation, it doesn't make sense at all to me. When you read it as "the righteous perish, and no man lays it to heart, that merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous are taken away from the evil to come," that doesn't make any sense to me in English. But in Hebrew, excuse me, if you read it with the understanding that that word could mean vanish, it makes a whole lot of understanding. Excuse me. The word, if it was properly translated here, would read, like I said, "the righteous vanish, and no man lays it to heart, or none consider it." In other words, they don't ponder or understand. That merciful men. Now, merciful men, there's another word there. Merciful is the Hebrew word hasid. I know I'm not maybe pronouncing that accurately, but it's hasid, and it's Hebrew number 2617. And of course, one of the meanings of it is merciful or pity. It also, with this meaning of merciful men, true believers are called to be merciful. There's a scripture, I believe Paul said, "Be ye merciful, even as your Father is merciful." Maybe Yahushua, the Messiah, said that. "Be ye merciful, even as your Father is merciful." And so that's identifying that these merciful men are believers. These are that have the same spirit of their Father. And it says that merciful men are taken away. Well, where they're taken away? Well, this matches what Yahusha said in John chapter 14, verses 1 through 3, that he was going away to the Father's house, but he was coming back, and he would take us to be with him where he is. And so it says that they're taken away. Well, and when the rapture takes place, all true believers will be taken away from this earth to go to be with the Mashiach, to be with him forever. And it says that they're taken away, none considering or understanding that the righteous are taken away from the evil to come. The evil there is the Hebrew word ra. It's Hebrew number 7489, and it actually means bad, evil, or distress. Well, we know the time of Jacob's trouble or distress, it's a stressful time. It's a very difficult time. And so it says here that these believers will be taken, these merciful men are going to be taken away from the evil that's to come. Again, this is a reference, I believe, to the tribulation period, to this time frame of 7 years of Jacob's trouble, 21 judgments coming upon the earth. And it says here that the righteous vanish, and no man lays it to heart, and no man understands that the righteous are taken away from the evil to come. Wow, what a powerful verse. On our next session, we'll get into Isaiah chapter 26, and I want to talk about that particular passage where I believe the rapture is actually revealed there as well. But I hope this helps you, and we'll pick this up on our next teaching session. So thanks again, and until next time, shalom.